Hey guys, welcome to the Prepping Preacher channel. This is Wild Wednesday. I'm coming to you real quick to get some information out to you. Pelosi's punks are really pulling a fast one again. What they're doing is they're rushing two bills through the House right now, HR 1446 and HR8. Now that 1446 is called the Enhanced Background Check, and HR8 is the Bipartisan Background Check. And it's slick how they're doing this now. They're running these through without it going to committee. In other words, there's not going to be any debate. And it's what they're saying is it's about the background, background checks. The GOA rang the bell last night or yesterday about these bills that are coming through. That's the Gun Owners of America. They rang the bell. Basically, the Dems are coming, the Dems are coming, the Dems are coming to take your guns, and that's the truth. Now, that 1446, I'm going to give you a little background real quick here. It's not new. It changed from HR 1112 a couple of years back, 1112, that was put out there. They call it the Enhanced Background Check, all right, or some people have called it the Charleston loophole. That was in reference to that nut Roof who went into a church there in Charleston, South Carolina, shot the place up and killed 9 people. Now, you know I'm a pastor, and it's a shame that nut was allowed to do that. They said that he bought the gun at a gun store, and something about how the FBI didn't catch him, catch it on the background check. So he bought it, what was considered legal at the time, so they call it a loophole. Now, it's too bad that the pastor of that church wasn't like yours truly and was carrying at the time, because I don't think it would have been the same outcome, if you get my drift here. But now they want, instead of a 3-day or to that point, they want 10 days, minimum 10 days for the background check to come in. But now if it doesn't come back in, then the gun shop has 3 days to contact the FBI. Then the FBI has another 25 days to perform the background check, and it goes on and on and on. It's what I'd call the perpetual background check. Basically what they're doing is they could make it where there would be no gun sales. All right, so 10 days, 25 days, and really, if you think of our FBI right now, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, they hadn't been able to find Hunter's laptop or Hillary's emails or the Mueller report. So they're not what I would call competent in their job. Now, that's 1446. Now we go to HR8. Now, HR8 is called, they call it the Bipartisan Background. I love that. What a misnomer. Bipartisan. It's bipartisan because there's 3 rhinos, 3 Republicans in name only, that have put their name as a co-sponsor to that bill. 3. There's 211 in the House, but they found 3. How that's partisan, I'll never know, but it's the same way that they counted votes. Amen? Here it is. Those 3, I'm going to tell you who they are. I'm going to name them right now, and I'm going to talk slow. First one, Fred Upton of Michigan. This next one, Christopher Smith of New Jersey. And the third one is Brian Fitzpatrick of Pennsylvania. Now, I know them aren't strongholds in the conservative view states, but there are some conservatives in those states, and God help you, I hope that you vote them boys out. I hope that your state Republicans will censor these people. Not only that, I hope that they won't send them another dime to let them run again, because they are definitely not after what the people and what their voters wanted them to do. Now, this background check here, this bipartisan background check, it's basically a gun registration is what it is. It's saying that every weapon that is sold must have a background check, a 4473. That's that form that you fill out when you go to the gun shop. A 4473 filled out, and your information called in with the gun, the serial number, and who you are, whether it be bought at a gun show, whether it be bought at a gun shop, whether it be bought for an individual. Now, there are exclusions, and you can go through the bill and look at it on the .gov site, but it talks about exclusions like to family, that a father can give that to a son or a grandson. You know, grandpa can give it to a grandson, like I've done many times with my kids. But it's very specific on who family is. I didn't see anything on in-laws there, and I can understand that because some of the in-laws I've had in my life, folks, They weren't considered family. But all this really is, just joking, but all this really is backdoor registration. Every weapon, serial number recorded, every weapon recorded. They're saying that they're going to destroy the said records after the background check. Do you believe that? I mean, do you honestly trust the FBI after everything we've seen them say and do and the lies that we've seen come out in the last administration? Do you believe the FBI is going to do that? Now, if Hillary Clinton was in charge of the records, I wouldn't be so worried. But them not keeping them, them saying them not keeping them, keeping the records is about as likely as the contestants on The Bachelor not getting into a hot tub. Amen? I'm telling you, folks, you need to contact your representatives. You need to tell them no to this. Another thing you need to do, if you haven't done this already, you need to join a group like GOA, Gun Owners of America. Folks, it's a $25 a year contribution to them. If you can't afford the $25, send them $5, $10, whatever it may be. You can find them at gunowners.org. On the website, gunowners.org. But they'll ring the bell. They'll tell you when this stuff is coming down, but they're fighting for our rights. Now, I'm not much of an NRA fan, haven't been for quite a while because I felt like they were selling us down the river. But, you know, this gun control is coming. It's coming hard and heavy. I'm telling you, we may see some executive orders like we saw in the last administration. I was upset about that when they outlawed bump stocks. I particularly don't like bump stocks, don't own bump stocks, but in the same aspect, it's a slippery slope. You allow them to do one thing, then they're going to do another, and then they're going to do another, and then they're going to do another. Folks, they're eroding away our rights. As I said, this is just Wild Wednesday, and I'm going to keep it short, but that is the path to fascism. I keep talking about this. The first thing, fascism, a fascist doesn't want anybody to be able to talk against them and tell other people what they're doing wrong. So they try to eliminate the freedom of speech. Well, that's our First Amendment right there, is the freedom of speech, the freedom of religion, the freedom of press, the freedom of assembly. They're trying to eliminate it, and then they'll try to take the guns because they don't want anybody coming up against them. Man, check out our Capitol right now. It still has National Guard around it. It still has razor wire and fencing around it, man. North Korea would be proud of them, wouldn't they? I mean, have you ever seen a fascist government or a dictator government not have a military presence around their capital, surrounding them, protecting them so nobody can get it? What happened to we the people? It's not we the people anymore. It's us and them, us being the elitists there and the big tech companies and everybody coming against the actual people that have built this country and are keeping this country running. So folks, I'm just telling you, it's Wild Wednesday. I love you. This is Brother Tim, and I'm telling you right now, get a hold of your representatives. Tell them no to this. Tell them stand against this. This is just two of the coming down the pipeline, and they're here quick. They may be voting on them this week or next week, and then they're going to the Senate. And I'll be talking about that bill. Yes, they're already fixing it up to send it through. Folks, we got to keep the filibuster in there. We got to keep them down till 2022, till we can get some of these liberals voted up out of there. I don't even want to call them liberals. That gives liberals a bad name. Till we can get some of these nuts that we've got in there, till we can get them voted out. But until then, I'm begging you, stand in the gap. Folks, I'm telling you, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. I love you. God bless you. This is the Prepping Preacher. I'm out of here.